Good morning, everyone. It's Cassie. I hope you're having an awesome day. Welcome back to Frostpunk 2. Let's see if we can't do something about the heat in the settlement that we're creating for the exiles, the evolvers. And then let's see if we can just move this story along. They have everything they need in the way of food and shelter, and they are generating plenty of coal. Do I need to frost break a little bit more if I want to add to this district? Seems like it. I also talked about adding deep melting drills for them, but that's going to cost some prefabs that I don't necessarily want to spend. So if I can get them up and where they need to be on coal, then I think I think we're going to be in pretty good shape for turning over the colony right to them and getting them out of New London. I will be clear, I don't think that would be the end of it, realistically. Like, if they can't take care of themselves, they are most certainly coming back for New London.
Stewart.
Yes?
Stewart.
Charred humanity, civil war. Steward, the civil war has taken a turn for the worse. As it spread to yet another district, a radical cell of evolvers set fire to a pub where faith keepers were known to gather. They had previously blocked all the exits, forcing 67 people inside to perish in the flames. Outraged citizens demand justice, including some evolvers trying to distance themselves from the attackers. Meanwhile, there are rumors that some faith keepers, thirsting for blood, are mounting a punitive expedition. What should we do? We can not round up the evolvers because we don't have enough prisons. We can support the punitive action, or we can look the other way and trust will fall slightly. I guess let's let them do their thing. In the meantime, how are we looking here? We're almost done with our expansion, a little more than halfway. And when that's finished, I might just look into turning over this colony to them and get them out of New London. I could also use outdoor roundup. Yeah, that didn't do exactly what I thought it would do. They would need deep melting drills, and I don't want to put those in. So let's just transfer control to the evolvers. Once we transfer control to the Windward Moor, we will sever all ties. No more evolvers will emigrate willingly, so we'll need to get rid of those remaining in New London by detaining them and deciding their fate. After transferring control, no more construction or any interaction will be possible. So if the remaining 3,530 are not coming here willingly, then I guess I do have to begin outdoor roundup. What's this one now? Casualties in fighting. Civil War. Steward, 11 Faith Keepers died in a recent battle. They were overwhelmed as their opponents stormed with fervor and fury in their eyes. This will eventually lead to one side slaughtering the opposing faction. Higher fervor of warring factions means higher casualties. If one faction is decimated, the Civil War ends. Okay, so we need to put a stop to these. I don't have enough guard squads for that one. And we need to start rounding up the remaining Faith Keepers using this outdoor roundup faction, or action, which is where? I thought it would be at the district. It isn't. Let me find out. Huh.
Please consult lists of known casualties before reporting missing persons.
I'm still looking. Okay. I don't see it as an option that I have, so we're just gonna keep on keeping on. Use the... is it in their menu? Yes, okay, got it.
Steward.
Detaining militants. Steward, we have detained a group of militants, violent faction members. They've been thrown in prisons for now, but we still count them among the members of their faction and citizens of our city. Well, no kidding. It's up to you to decide what will become of them. To decide detainees' fate, you must use the Decide Detainees' Fate community action. I would like more of them to be rounded up. So few of them have been.
Steward.
And where is that community action?
Steward. Steward. Steward.
I've got to be missing something obvious. The buttons are so scattered throughout this map, it doesn't... I found it. I didn't even notice that we got a little icon for the detainees.
Steward.
Okay. So we are heralding them off to the new camp, and that's that. Granted, that does also mean that I will be out of or lower on houses here. Once the detainees start coming, we'll need more shelter for them. I am still thinking about putting at least one deep melting drill in because I need to do well at this game. Oops, that was the wrong button. Not deep melting drill, blasting coal mine. There. Yeah, there's their housing need back up. We already have whatchamacallits, subsidized housing blocks in both of our housing districts, so we would need more of those. Well, let's see how this first deep melting drill helps. We only have 800 good conditions in Windward Moor for now. Steward, you've proven Windward Moor can provide for the needs of a moderate-sized community. Nice. Seeing this, roughly half of the evolvers have already departed to make their new home there, yet those remaining balk. They fear Windward Moor lacks the ability to fend off cold long term. They won't leave voluntarily if you don't assuage their fears. If we address these additional concerns, all evolvers will leave peacefully. Ignore the concerns, we will eliminate the remaining evolvers another way, or provide windshields. Surround the city's districts with windshields to decrease the heat needed to warm them. Minus 30,000 materials stockpile. You know what? That's fine. I don't care. Use the construct windshields ability in Windward Moor. That's a city ability. Transfer control. Construct windshields. So they need 30,000 materials to be brought here. They'll need a materials stockpile because they do not have the ability to hold 30,000 of them. They have, right? They do have, I think, yes, materials hubs. They could make their own materials. Only 9 heat stamps I have. Cool. Where do I have the most materials? Where would it be most feasible to send from? I don't have enough here. Do I have enough at the Old Dreadnought? Yeah. Not 30,000, but enough to send some to Windward Moor. Oh, I can only send from New London, so I'd have to send from the Old Dreadnought to New London to Windward Moor. I think there's a better way, probably. I also have some spots on the map where I can get materials going, right? Okay, I need heat stamps before I can do anything. We only have... Oh, yay! The evolvers have been eradicated from New London. Some remain in Windward Moor, however. You can spend more time ensuring they thrive in their new home if you wish. If not, it's time to declare victory and decide the fate of those you have detained. Declare victory or finish setting up Windward Moor. Woof. Ouch. I guess I'll finish setting it up. They're out of here, which is going to make managing here a lot easier. There are still some detainees I have. Yeah. Be deported, please. Thank you. What I've been working on in New London is making sure that all of my deposits that have like an infinite amount of resources have deep melting drills set up on them, and those that don't, I've been taking down if they are out of resources like this one is. And that recovers a lot of heat stamps for me, which I desperately need right now. Okay, with that set up, let's get some resources coming to New London. And with materials in New London, I'll be able to put materials elsewhere. Do I have a materials district that has an infinity symbol? I thought I did. I do. Okay. So I want to get to that and put a deep melting drill on it. That's the only one, though? Yeah. That's fine for now. Is it frostbroken? No. But that's okay, because it's going to be easy to do. You might notice that New London desperately needs heat. Why are these disabled? Unmet requirements? What requirements are unmet? Oh, I don't have any materials, is what? Or coal. I don't have any coal. So I have to, in essence, put... Why can't I frostbreak? That's square. Oh, because I haven't selected frostbreaking is why. To put in this extraction district, expand this extraction district, and then put a deep melting drill on it.
Non-essential citizens in embattled districts are asked to remain indoors until further notice.
What was that? Okay, what else do we have going on the map? We have to get materials to, you know, just a lot of places. Did we not connect our trails appropriately? I thought we had. It looks like we have. But we're not moving materials. Whatever, there we go. We're almost out of food in this one. We are out of coal in this one. There's still coal in this one, though. We're out of food in this one. We're about halfway out of food in that one. What's this one? Pretty good. A tracked transport lies wedged in tightly in a crevasse. Rows of... I've read this before. I'm not going to read it again. 50,000 coal, 50,000 materials, and 5 Frostland teams. It requires 5 Frostland teams. And it looks like we're just going to empty that one right out. There's coal here. We can't take it because we don't have enough Frostland teams because they're all busy. Okay, and now materials are moving. And with materials in such good shape, I am going to move some to Windward Moor. I can put a deep melting drill here already. Or I could if I had the materials to do it. I will wait. Oh, it needs one more heat stamp. That's all it needs. Come on. Perfect. Once we get the deep melting drill up and going, then we should be able to start sending even more materials to the Windward Moor and get their windscreens up and then be done with this game, I think. I made my coffee just immediately before we started this episode, and it is already cold. Just saying. How are they doing at Windward Moor? We sent them a lot of exiles. Yeah, they need a little bit of housing, but I don't care. Heat's still red, even though it is marked as completed, so that's cool. Materials are not looking well yet. Nor are they looking good here. But we did get our stockpile moved, so we do have a full stockpile here.
Do not blame all your problems on the steward. Take responsibility for your own domain.
Yeah. Trust is good. I'm accepted. I'd like the Faith Keepers to calm down a little bit. They've got a lot of fervor. Okay, while we have plenty of materials in our stockpile, I am going to move a bunch of them to Windward Moor. As much as I can. To try to fill up their stockpiles too. This would do nothing for them? Cool. That's cool. They can't transfer materials. Why? We were in the process of getting an extraction district set up for the materials here. Oops. And I'll be able to expand it out to these other two. Really pump them full of materials, put up the windscreens, and then be done with it. But I get the vibe that once we are done with the windscreens, they are going to want something else. I'm just babying these people. In a separate place than I was babying them before. We have 120 of the 30,000 materials that we need. Hurry up now. Cool, thank you. Good, that'll help a lot. Can I expand out, or do I need Frostbreak first? Oh, they have an infinite one. Interesting. It's their business, but boy do I want to put a deep melting drill on it. What exactly is deactivated here? Is it this? Yes. Okay.
All your adoring letters and will answer personally in due time.
Just sorting out what I can do to get these people situated. I think we have one more food district that has infinite resources. Yep. We have more materials we could reach for if we need to. But mostly I'm concerned with these that have infinite resources, because I want to make sure that those are set up to mine their infinite resources and I'm not just taking them down. How are we doing at the old Dreadnought now that I'm not sending any materials there? Oh, it's not good. We'll get it figured out. I think I will just put in a second extraction district to capture the rest of these. Put a deep melting drill on that one. And see how that impacts their need for things. We need heat pretty badly in New London. Oh, not as badly as I thought, but, you know, badly enough. So I'm keeping a pretty close eye on that, too. Does this have... Are you... Yep, okay. I could put a second deep melting drill in this one. Oops, not V. N. I can't put a second deep melting drill on it? Okay, good to know. I have an empty building slot, but I guess you can only have one deep melting drill per district with an infinite supply. I just want to look at it again, make sure I'm not crazy. Yep. Nice, we're positive on heat because it's warmer. Let's see how they're doing down here. Plus 235. We're a third of the way there, a little more than. That save took a long time. I'll see how the deep melting drill affects materials input, and then we'll move along from there. Alright, that didn't help very much. With the deep melting drill, they're up to 250 materials a day that they're storing. So, halfway to our goal. I can't even construct windshields in New London, a city I care about. So that's fun. I kind of want to start taking down some of these districts that are empty and don't need anything. I'm actually going to switch this factory back to making goods. We're doing just fine on prefabs. We don't need any more prefabs. What do I want to do with my 15 Frostlands teams? I need 20 to explore something, it looks like. So I suppose I'll just wait for deposits to run dry. And then when they do, I'll send out some more... Oh, this one only needs 10. Safe. Partially frozen water as far as the eye can see. Some people tried to cross it on foot years ago in search of a fabled promised land. Their story continues to inspire countless tales and legends. Alright, we'll send people there. Oops. See what we can find. Food, coal, oil. I could have looked to see what to expect when I opened this up, but I didn't. Almost there on materials for the windscreens. They do need a little bit more in the way of housing, but I'm going to make that not my problem. I already know the comments that I'm going to get. It's going to be very much to the effect of like, I would just cut ties, my dude. You don't need to do all this for them. They came through, they hecked up your city, they killed a bunch of people, and now you're babying them. I know. And I also know it's kind of funny that I'm looking at them now as real people when before I was like, if all these people freeze to death, it's fine, they're not real people. They're just bits. Bits and bytes. I'm kind of hanging out because we're getting close to our goal of 300 or 30,000. But there's not anything to do here. They can build themselves a deep mining drill on this one. I've given them plenty. Okay, there we go. A new home. The Evolvers are settled in their new home, yet our separation is not complete until we sever all ties with them. You must abandon Windward Moor and leave them to their fate. We will go our separate ways. Yeah. Unity achieved. The enemy in our midst has been eradicated. We now stand as one, without violent troublemakers to tear at our hard-won unity. The city shall not fall. The end of us, path of banishment. What is a city but an endless void of want? Every day, every minute, these people beg with hands sticky from honey, fat from your meat, with the gall to demand more. So when they came to you, defiant and entitled, demanding their own city, who could blame you for doing the bare minimum? We gave them the bones. If they want it to be a city so badly, let them make one. If they fall, it's on them. You've succeeded and rightfully banished your adversary. The city stands. Bonfire. Don't let civil war spread over 5 or more districts. The ambitions of New London. Complete the story. We did it. You sided with the Faithkeepers and exiled the Evolvers. New London cements as a city of faith. All repent and rejoice. Maybe you wanted everyone to get along. I mean, yes. Supported the Faithkeepers in their vision of the future. I supported the Evolvers in some of their stuff too. It caused confusion. Maybe you tried your very best. 449 dutiful youth found their place in society. 515 desperate, not disparate, outsiders flooded the city. Maybe you think the Faithkeepers will build a better future. Winter home salvaged, as the Faith Keepers wanted. Maybe you had to do it or the city would fall, or they'd exile me and I would die. 415 bystanders died in civil war, 14 districts damaged. That's it. 5,985 evolvers left for the colony, 2,679 deported by force, 0 died fighting. Conditions in colony poor. Whatever. Their new home struggles for survival. I set them up really well, thank you. Or maybe... Lily May, 14, acolyte, made to baptize, mother sent to the colony. Prays to stop dreaming of her every night. In the future will bear 6 children to the high priest. I don't know what to do with this. Or maybe what? Maybe you are lying to yourself. Oh, dark. Isn't every utopia somebody else's dystopia? All right, and there we have it. That was Frostpunk 2. I actually am very surprised that we beat it. Because, as you know, it was not without its challenges. We really struggled in some places, and we had to redo every chapter at least once. So, you know, it was the first game, and I was saying this in a comment recently, the first game was challenging in a way that compelled you forward. Like, you could see what you needed to do, and then sometimes it still just wouldn't work. And then this game was challenging in a way that was really frustrating and not really motivating all the time, at least for me, such that, like, I could not see the way forward. I had to try something, fail at it, and then either try that thing again or try a different thing. While I was trying the thing the first time, I learned a lot about how to do that thing, but the game didn't give me what I needed up front to be successful at the thing the first time. So that was a little bit frustrating. And I mean, maybe you played differently. Maybe you could see exactly what you needed to do, and maybe you didn't fail on any chapter, but I sure did. I will speedrun the rest of these credits, and I'll see you back here in a second. Okay, welcome back. So I'm curious to know what we now can do. Utopia Builder, endless mode. This is what I was expecting to see. It is entirely possible that this game has already been in the game. This mode has already been in the game. Welcome to the open-ended sandbox of Frostpunk 2. Please be advised that we designed Frostpunk 2 with the intent for you to experience the story mode before playing Utopia Builder, as engaging with the fate of New London is the intended way to learn the core concepts of the game. We highly encourage you to try it before diving into the Utopia Builder. So, okay, maybe it was here before, but it is here now, and it's what I expected, like a sandbox mode. Non-story, endless, and you know, maybe I'll give that a try, not on camera, but off camera. Now that we've beaten this game, I need to be done with it for a little while at least, so we're going to call it an end here on Frostpunk 2. We'll be back next Monday with I don't know what. I haven't figured out what series I want to play next, so we'll find that out together. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you had a good time. Let me know what you think of the way that this game went down in general, and the way it ended in specific. Have an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon.